This video is to show you how to assemble a CandyGat PZ11. That's what I decided to call the new version. 1911 PZ11, and I got tired of thinking about it. So first you start with the magazine catch. I put it in this way because I'm right-handed. So you can see where the spring rod goes. I cut this out of a coil of spring steel. It's difficult to make it straight, so if you can buy it in rods, I would recommend that, but I did it this way. So you put it in place and then grab this with needle nose pliers, and you got to feed it down into that little hole, like so. Now I use a small screwdriver to just push it over onto that. So now it springs back and forth, right? So it catches the magazine. Push the button to release it. Once you get the magazine catch done, take one of the small springs and put it in that hole, and then snap the trigger in place. It just drops down like that. You have to press pretty hard to get it to snap in, and then it should do that. I already put the orange tip on the barrel. The sender goes like this, right? So just kind of get them together like that. And then this heavy spring, you sneak in there, like so. Now that whole assembly, make sure these are clean when you print them. If not, then trim it with a knife, because it needs to slide into this track, and the whole assembly just snaps down like that. Make sure it goes all the way down. If it doesn't, then you'll have issues, right? Test it. When you first put them together, they can be like sticky, but just keep moving it back and forth until it's smooth. Now you put the hammer in. This just goes straight down into that. The last little spring goes in the hole. It's kind of awkward. And I catch the little tab on the hammer, so it just springs back and forth. See? Now the part that's pretty tricky. The spring in this kit is tapered. I put the fat end into the slide. Make sure it's down in there all the way. Then this end, I make sure that it catches the round extrusion on the tab of the barrel. Like that. It's hard to see, but just make sure it hits that rod and it stays in the hole in the slide. And then I just push it back about that far. And then there's these rails that fit inside the notches. Oh, actually, before you do that, it's a good idea to use something like this, because depending on the material of the slide and the body, this will stick when you squeeze the slide and pull it back. So I just put a small amount on these rails right there. It helps a ton. So with it like this, I just make sure the hammer's out of the way, and it just snaps down like that. See? Make sure it moves freely. If it doesn't, then you either need to clean it up more, or you should have used this or something like that. Then these grips just pop on. Actually, This is an old version of the frame. The new version, this is smaller. See, I reduced the size of that bar. I think it helps a little bit, or it made no difference at all, but slightly less material. So long as you printed these grips in the right orientation, they need to print like that. I've tried to print them in other orientations and it didn't work out, but print them in this orientation and they should snap right on the back one. That's about it.